Hi crafters, it's Sandy. I'm back today with a fun project from the North Pole using some new dies from Elizabeth Craft Designs. This card would be an adorable decoration on any Christmas table, but it does also fold totally flat for ease of mailing. There are lots of fun details to share, so let's get started. I'm using this adorable Santa Claus die, and I've already cut him out using velvet paper. I've added some little extensions to his feet. You'll see why in a little bit. Now we have Santa's sleigh. I've already loaded mine up with gifts and a little tree, all included in the die set. Next up is the beautiful new snowflake border. I've already added microfine glitter to mine, warm diamond. It's beautiful. Now we have the elegant Christmas tree, and it truly is elegant, and it is loaded with gorgeous detail. And now we have the new snowflake set with 3 gorgeous designs. I'm using 2 of them in my project today. This one is about 2 inches, this one is 3 inches, and the one in the package that we're not using is 4. I'm also using the little sign from this adorable igloo set and this great new set of stamps. I'm making the card base using the extra large Happy Frame die. I'm going to cut it 3 times using 100-pound white soft finish cardstock and then score it on all the score lines, which are already included on the die. Now I'm going to cut each section off at 6.5 inches, cutting off the mitered corner because I have no corners on this project. I now have 3 pieces that look like this, and I'm going to put a piece of clear double-sided adhesive along the top edge on the inside so I can make it into a tube. The pieces all now look like this, and I'm going to be adding a piece of double-sided adhesive to the bottom edge of 2 of the pieces. It's important to put the adhesive on the bottom edge so that we can create a groove when we stack our pieces together. I've already removed the release paper from the adhesive, and now I'm going to stack my 3 sections together. And it should look exactly like this, nice and smooth on the top with the grooves toward the top, and with a little push, easy to collapse. Earlier, I cut out a snowbank using the adventure edges and added it to my card base. Now I'm ready to add the tree. As you can see, I've added a little piece of paper on the bottom of the tree with adhesive on the front. This way I can slide it down in the groove without losing any of the spectacular detail of this beautiful tree. I'm going to add my snowflakes face down on the back of the tree using a little bit of Scotch tape. This paper is very metallic, and tape will work best for this. In the long run, it'll be sandwiched between 2 other pieces of paper, so it won't be seen at all. Using the same die, I've cut out a solid piece of white, and I'm going to place it on the back of the tree. This is where I plan to write my personal message. I'm planning to use glue for this because that way I'll have a few seconds to move the piece around and make it fit perfectly. As you can see, this part takes a little bit of fussing, but it's worth it to take your time and have the piece fit just the way you want. We'll just give it a good press and have the glue set nicely. Next, I'm going to remove the release paper from the adhesive so I can place the tree on the card base. Okay, I think I have it just where I want it. And now I'm going to put the card flat, and I'm going to give a good press where that adhesive is. You want it to make good contact with the paper. Next, I'm going to add the sleigh, and I already have the true red glitter on there, and it looks spectacular, but not so neat from the back. So I cut an additional piece that I'm going to glue on the back. Because this card will be seen from the back, I would like everything to be a little more tidy. You'll notice that I added that extra piece of paper on the back of the sleigh, just as I did on the tree. It also has adhesive on the front. I'm using liquid glue to add the extra piece to the back of the sleigh. This way I can slide it around and get it lined up perfectly. It's looking pretty good, so let's check it from the front. I'm going to give it a nice press now, make sure that that glue is stuck down good, but it's looking pretty nice. So once again, I'm going to remove the liner from the adhesive and place it in the card. All right, I have it just where I want it. Now I'm going to fold it down and give it a good press. Okay, here comes Santa Claus. I'm going to add a little glue to those tabs that I added to his feet earlier, and now you know why. So I can tuck it right down into that groove and position him as I like him. Now, once again, once we get him settled, we're going to push the card down and we're going to give his feet a nice little press. We don't want him falling out. I went ahead and added the sign just as I did the Santa. And now we're going to add our last step, which is the beautiful snowflake border. Put a little glue. We're going to stick it on the front all the way across. One last good press. And voila! Here we are at the North Pole. Isn't that fun? Viewing it from the top, you can see why it was so important to keep the adhesive at the bottom of those tubes so the die cuts fit in just right. Here are some photos of another card I made using the same design, except this time I used the adorable penguins and a picture frame. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.